Welcome to your weekly General Aviation news update. We have three stories for you this week. The Ural Airline plans to fly the A320 that landed off a field. That's going to be an interesting story. A FedEx 757 makes a no-gear landing in Chattanooga. And then lastly, an extension to the comment period for the Mosaic proposal. Let's get to it. First up this week is an interesting story out of Russia. The Ural Airline A320 that made an emergency landing in September in the field due to fuel starvation is, supposedly going to be flown out. That A320 landed with only 5 minutes of fuel remaining on the aircraft. It looks like they had a fuel starvation because of a hydraulic failure. There's been talks at the airline that they will be attempting to fly the aircraft out of the field, which appears to be true. According to reports, the airline has been testing the engine to determine if they need to have an overhaul done because there was soil and straw that got ingested into the engine. Speculation at this stage is that the airline is going to wait for the ground to freeze, or they may attempt to improve the surface of the field, along with removing some seats and then other non-essential from the aircraft in order to make it lighter. We'll keep you updated because that's definitely going to be a sight to see if they're able to do this. It's going to be really interesting. All right, next up this week is an exciting story that turned out to be all well for everyone involved. A FedEx 757 from Chattanooga to Memphis experienced issues with flight controls and then opted to return to Chattanooga. On approach, the crew received an unsafe gear indication and then decided to declare an emergency. The airplane made a low pass after activating the alternate gear extension. The tower advised the crew that the gear was not extended, and then the crew chose to make a no-gear landing, resulting in a lot of sparks, as you can see from the video. Luckily, there were no injuries to the crew. They did a great job keeping everything on the runway. And they were able to evacuate the aircraft and the runway. Good job. And then lastly, this week is an extension to the Mosaic, the FAA's new NPRM, Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, to modernize aircraft certification. As of this week, there's been approximately 648 comments on the proposed rule, which I think is actually low for such a big proposal. Mosaic would change the definition of a light sport aircraft, allowing for large aircraft to qualify as light sport, which is a big deal. Additionally, the proposal would expand the type of aircraft sport pilots can operate, along with expanding the operations permitted. If you'd like to read the comments or even look at the proposed rule and make your own comment, we'll put a link down in the description. And that's it. That's all we have for you this week. We have two brand new courses that have been released this week. We have a multi-engine course that is a great addition to either a private pilot or commercial pilot. If you want to get your multi-engine rating, then this is the course that you need. It's going to teach you everything you need to know about specifically operating with only one engine. That's really the big deal with multi-engine flying. So we spend a whole deal of time talking about all this stuff. It's available right now for sale. And then also we have a free deep dive that is available for the Diamond DA40. If you're not familiar, we have a deep dive that came out a couple months ago on the Cessna 172. It's free. Both of these courses are free. We go in detail about the aircraft, the systems, the limitations, you name it. Everything is in the course. And like I said, available for free. So make sure you check it out. It's on pilotinstitute.com. We'll put links in the description as well. And that's all. That's all we have for you this week. We will see you next week.
Hey Greg, after you're done messing around on your phone, what would happen if there was an emergency and the airplane set was flooding with water?
Oh, easy. Poncho. Wow. 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 Cold.
David Blaine's
No, it hurts actually. No, I can't.